Hey everyone, good morning. This is Nick. Wanted to start the day today with something totally different than what we usually do. I'm about to share my screen, so you're going to see what time it is. You can probably even hear my shower in the background. That is because I did my Miracle Morning earlier, but this is not a lecture on the Miracle Morning. You guys have heard plenty of that from me. You know I love and believe in that book so much. But this is more an overall health and productivity conversation. Productivity is always at the forefront of what we do and what I love to coach on, but this is all about expansion. How can you expand, but also how do you do it so smartly? How can you figure out where the holes are in your world? What are you going to figure out that you need a breakthrough in? Are you having a breakdown? Some people are working very, very hard right now. It's been a very stressful time in real estate. When is it not? We've had a lot thrown at us over the course of 2020 already, and who knows what is yet to come. So I want to dive into some things here. These are not apps I usually talk about. This is the corner left-hand corner, bottom of my screen. I have what's called my health app. So by the way, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I want to show that to you. That is that little moon button in the middle here. That's white with a purple background. I turn my phone off at 9 p.m. in terms of Do Not Disturb, although I'm still on it. I don't want to hear the messages. I don't want to see them on my watch. Sometimes even take my watch off. But that Do Not Disturb is on until about 8:39 in the morning. And so I can choose to go in and look at messages. I try not to after 9 at night and before 9 in the morning. But that's the importance of the Miracle Morning. But again, we're not here for that. At the corner left hand of the screen is the health folder. I've made folders for all different things in my world, including finances, documents, social messaging, referral portals, my home, showings. But the health folder involves some apps that I want you to consider downloading immediately. These are all free. You know me, free 99 is my favorite price. Free, free, free. MyFitness, Sleep Cycle, Life Cycle, and MapMyFitness. So it's the top three, and then the one on the right hand beneath that. So again, this isn't really a health class, but I'm finding some fascinating things out. I'm working with a life coach to kind of fix some things in my life. I think I've said this before to you guys. Sometimes you have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. Well, I've had a lot of them over the years, breakdowns and breakthroughs, and I'm working right now on using my time more efficiently. And recently I've had some breakthroughs, and the Life Cycle app has been huge for that. So if you do anything in this group, the Life Cycle app is going to be the big first one. So the Life Cycle app shows you what you've done. So it is 7:29 a.m. You can hear my shower run in the background. I've got an appraisal at 9 in the suburbs. So this is what I've done so far today. Now this app again is free, and it tracks from your phone using your GPS, and it's just for you. It's private to you. You don't send the information back to them. What you've done today. So far today, I've run for a little bit over an hour and a half. I did some stretching and ab exercises on the right here. And I was at home for 5 hours and 39 minutes. Now, in reality, that's what I slept last night. I don't need as much sleep as some people, but I probably need more than that. Working with my life coach on that. So that's pretty interesting by 7:30 a.m. But this is where I really started to learn some stuff through this app. Again, this is called Life Cycle. This was my Tuesday. I forgot to set my Sleep Cycle app, which is the next app I'll quickly talk about. But the Life Cycle app caught some very, very strange things going on in my business. I came home at the end of the day and I go, my God, I am tired. I haven't checked my email enough. I'm behind on everything. How did this happen? I'm so busy. And I don't really feel like I accomplished that much. Well, so look at this. It tells me, and you have to tell it a little bit of information at the beginning. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. So I was at home for 13 hours and 47 minutes. Of that, you'll find out through the Sleep Cycle app that I slept for, well, I was in bed for 6 hours and had 4 hours and 51 minutes of sleep. I did go back to sleep for a little bit. So I ended up having about 6 hours of sleep. You'll see what that is my average that night. So 6 hours of sleep, but that means I also spent another 7 hours at home. Remember, we're still working from home a lot. And then I was at the office. See this right-hand side here? That is the office. And it literally, if you press on it twice, oh, I'm sorry. That green is the office. Work, EXIT Strategy Realty. So I was only there for a little bit, signed some checks, congratulated some of you on closings. That was all that good stuff. But look at all the rest of this stuff. So I went running in the morning. That was my time. I commuted to work. I was at work. And then look at this, home inspections. So I'm going to show you on the next screen how to program in things, home inspections, because it knows where you are. And it's going to ask you, why were you at this address for 40 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 hours? And I, on Tuesday, spent 2 hours and 40 minutes at home inspections. Now, for those of you guys that are one solo agent that are new, you should be delighted to have 2 home inspections in one day. The question is, for some of us that have been around a while, should you be at your home inspection, or should you start thinking about having a team member be there? So this is where we're going to start figuring out, where do I spend my time all day? I used to say that I wasn't home very much. Well, look, I'm home, 6 hours to sleep, 7 hours to sleep, another 6 hours. Why can't I get some stuff done around my house? 14 minutes was spent on groceries. Now, the interesting thing is when I started using this life cycle app, I've used it for almost a year now, I found out that I was spending a lot of time in the grocery store. Now, that's great sometimes for social networking. I wear my badge, sometimes an EXIT shirt. I make sure I look clean, and I go around the grocery store in my neighborhood and I get deals. I literally meet clients and past clients and VIPs and meet new friends. Sometimes people recognize me from my digital ads I do through the EXIT Ad Center and such. But I'm down to 14 minutes, and I was actually at Walgreens because I use Instacart now. So this is in an expanded version of this training. We're going to talk about some apps and some other things you can use if you're finding you're spending time in odd places. I had a listing appointment. I still haven't done the CMA from that listing appointment. I got to get that to that guy today. But I did send him the seller guide through the EXIT app, so he's got something to chomp on in the meantime. So there was a listing appointment. I was at the bank. Could I have done that online? Probably. I was at the bank for 16 minutes, and I had 2 buyer showings. And then look at this. 2 hours and 29 cents. This phone knew I was in the car. GPS knows when you're driving. 2 hours and 29 minutes in the car. So in the terms of expansion, do you think that I should be expanding in terms of selling real estate in more suburbs? Going over to Indiana because I'm dual licensed? Or do you think that maybe, depending on who you are, that you need to go deeper in your own neighborhoods? So on Tuesday, I was all over everywhere. I was at 2 home inspections. I had that listing appointment. I had buyer showings, and I had transportation. Where were these buyer showings? One was in Indiana, one was in Illinois. Hour apart. Home inspections, sat there twice. Look at all those different driving times. So the question is, where can you find inefficiencies in your day and cut them down so you have more time to do the lead generation you want to do? So I'd say on my own dime here, on my own time and dime, I needed to delegate out these home inspections to a team member, but that's because I'm at a certain level. Guys, if you are a agent making less than $100,000 a year or closing less than 24 deals a year, you don't need a team member to do the home inspection. You need to sit at the home inspection to be more productive during them. I can coach you through this if you show me your life cycle app. That's why we're here on this webinar. So there was last week, but I want to go to yesterday and show you how to fill in the blanks. So I was at home 11 hours, had a lot of time at home, slept for 6 hours, ran yesterday for 1 hour and 45 minutes. I did some strength training. I walked in my neighborhood. I did go a little grocery shopping again. I think that was another trip to Walgreens. And then I've got these blanks. What are these? So where was I here? The Metropolitan. Aha, I was on a showing. Okay, so let's go. And what did I choose to do? You can add things in here on activities by clicking the new button in the top right-hand corner. And I've started to code them by color in addition to the little icons for the briefcase that's work. They also have a purse, I think. So showings, okay? So I've got that marked as showings. And then what's this next thing? Where was I here? Let me think. That's hilarious. Do you know what I was doing there? I was spray tanning. So I think I even already made a category for that. Spray tanning, yes, I did. But you're gonna start thinking, well, did I need to do that yesterday, or could I have squeezed another 15 minutes of calls in? Where am I spending my time? And over time, over weeks and months, see at the top, you've got these little week buttons and month buttons, things like that. Where are you spending your time? So let's go to this last category. What was this? You know what this was? Another home inspection. Starting to get the point, guys? Where are you spending your time in the day that you need to delegate to someone else, cut out, or if you are a solo agent not making $100,000 a year or not closing at least 24 deals a year, aka 25 deals is an EXIT sales award, bronze award, you need to start using technology better. So this is the stepping stone for you and I into having a very serious conversation about how to manage your time better. Is I'm in the same conversation with my coach, okay? Two more things I want to show you real quick because these all work together, these wonderful apps. So we've got Life Cycle, we've got Sleep Cycle, which is fascinating over time. MapMyFitness, which will show you your fitness journey. It literally journals every time you work out. So here are the workouts for this week. I've got 4 or 5 already done, 46 total weeks. And by the way, I have tracked this, I've used this app for years. And it gives me, so far, I've run 21 miles this week. I've got some other workouts in. It's really, really cool, but here's the coolest part of it. MapMyFitness connects with Life Cycle, connects with Sleep Cycle, which connects with MyFitnessPal. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to eat healthier, if you need more energy, this is the app for you. I want to show you my diary from yesterday. Here's what I love about this specific app. So this was yesterday. I had all the different stuff go on here. It tracks the exercise. It tracks how much you've exercised. I didn't track my water yesterday. Shame on me. There was my snacks. There was my foods. All that different stuff. It's going to tell you whether you are eating more than what you're burning off. It is fascinating. And over time, if you do premium, which I do not do, you can figure out your macros and all that stuff that, quite frankly, I'm just not there yet. It's spending the money. But here's what I do love. When you go to add something, so for example, I know in about an hour, I'm going to eat this on my way to my home inspection anyway. So I'm going to live do an example. I have a protein bar. So my breakfast today should be something better than this, but it's a protein bar. Look in the top right-hand corner. A lot of us, you know, look at all the stuff on the left-hand side here. A lot of lean cuisines, shakes. I'm not cooking my meals right now. I'm just not quite there time-wise. I'm working on my time with my life coach. But I'm going to hit this little scan bar. There's my shoe from my run. There's a beautiful, there's one of my plants. I have a gardening section in my Life Cycle app. And there is this creamy peanut butter Think bar, which it knows because it scans the barcode. It scans almost every barcode out there. And I'm going to add that food. Okay, so, oh, that was from yesterday. Oops, I do not want that. Let me get that onto today. Delete. I want that off today. I'll have to get that out of there into today. So delete that from yesterday. This is today. There I am. I've had that shake. And now for breakfast, I'm about to have this. We'll do this again. Okay, more of my plants in the background. They're the stars of the show today. And there is that. So this morning I had the breakfast shake. And then now I'm going to have this creamy protein bar at my appraisal. Guys, I really hope this is helpful for you. I want to show you one more thing. And I've taught you guys how to filter your email. That filtering your email for some certain things go into promotions instead of your primary folder. That's been key for me. Another key thing lately is the Google Tasks, the app for Google Tasks. I have now done it so that if you notice, there is job, business, personal, and personal finance. So ignore the top one and the bottom one, because those are bonus things I'm working on. But business, overall business, dollar productive activity, which is job, personal items, and personal finance. Do you know where that matches up to, guys? 411. The topics across the top at 411. We are going to get so into culture at this office. It is time. It's the second half of the year coming up. I want you on fire. We've got some really big surprises for you. If you somehow got a hold of this and you're not yet at EXIT, today is June 25th, 2020. If you come to EXIT by June 30th, 2020, with every single piece of paperwork we need, I will personally pay your state and local That's in the state of Illinois, because you're transferring to EXIT Strategy Realty, just our office. No matter who sponsored you in, as long as all your paperwork is in, all of it, so we can get you in the system, in Memo, our accounting system, by June 30th, at the end of the day, I will personally pay your state and local transfer fees. So you still have to pay the exit dues, which is once a year. That's the only dues you ever get. We never charge you anything at the office. All our stuff comes for free. But state and local dues, the transfer fees, I should say, state and local transfer fees. So this is not for new agents. This is only experienced agents. I will pay your fees, because this is the kind of stuff, guys, we are doing. This is the kind of stuff, guys, we're doing every day. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go get in the shower and get to my appraisal. Have a great day.